When people open their mouth, they talk about insecurity in the eastern part of Nigeria. They do not know the root of insecurity in the eastern part of Nigeria. Let me take you through that route. In the year 2015, when Buhari assumed office as a president of Nigeria, the headers began to gain power and influence. The headers began to move freely in all parts of Nigeria, wielding AK-47 and assault rifle, moving freely to all the bushes in Nigeria, including the Biafra land, because they want to settle in every bushes in Nigeria so that when the whistle is blown, they will all conquer the whole nation and jihadize you or turn you into Islam instead. Then when Nnamdi Kanu, the voice that rose up and started challenging and reporting the mayhem done by these Fulanis, because it is mostly done in the remote area where the government were not interested, they are not reporting this thing, but we always see the fingerprints of the Fulani because we will see the farm produce that was fed to the cattle and the cattle's prints on the ground. So you will know that this is the work of Fulani. They will leave that dead body there. Then this thing continued unabated before Nnamdi Kanu raised his voice and people began to mobilize. Then Buhari turned against Nnamdi Kanu. He was arrested in 2015, later released, and they went to kill him in his house. He escaped. So, fast forward to 2018, Abba Kyari took over. And Abba Kyari began to do the same thing. Abba Kyari saw that the initial plan was not working. Then Abba Kyari began to send troops, recruiting terrorists into the army to come and finish the work because there are vigilante groups. People are now resisting the Fulanis. They started sending military into Biafra land. And evidence is there. And fast forward to 2021, after the emergence of the Eastern Security Network, they continue to send Fulani as a military because they will catch terrorists, recruit them into the army, push them to the southeastern part of Nigeria, and they will be shooting people, ransacking villages sporadically. These people they are shooting, they are innocent citizens, poor people. No one reports it because they wanted to use the system to carry out the jihadist agenda. But we resisted it by making our voice heard. Then the army were now going out there, killing innocent, able-bodied men across Biafra land. We have insecurity in Imo State. It was as a result of the mineral resources found around Osi-Ihutokwa and all those areas that is connected to Niger Delta region. Government want to be mining it without budgeting or without including the nation. Just like the northern people are mining their mineral using terrorists as a cover up there. We know that there are different types of terrorism from the north. The jihadist terrorism, ISWAP, and all those. They are looking for jihad. Boko Haram, etc. They are used as a security for mining, illegal mining by different organizations. China, France, British, and others. They wanted to replicate that scenario in Imo State. When Gulag died, Hope Uzodinma told you it was politically motivated. It was part of this problem. That's why Asare Dokbo was part of the problem in Imo State, because they were using Asare Dokbo to create insecurity there, wearing military uniform as well. Asare Dokubo is not a military man, and his men are not military. They created a Bubago to start killing people sporadically so that people will run away from these communities where mineral resources were found. So, but the voice, the reason why you see them, they don't want to talk about Nnamdi Kanu is as a result of all these things that he was blocking. He never allowed that to happen. That's why they are not talking about him. They want to be stealing the resources, as if it was not even going to favor any of you in the eastern part of Nigeria, and we don't condone evil. But we see this type of people, call rubbish in social media. Now, he claimed the insecurity in the east is worse than the north because he never valued Hausa life as a life. He is just trying to please the system, where some of these few uneducated Yoruba people will be promoting his stupidity. How did the insecurity in the north be worse than better than the insecurity in the east? Because of these people are just, they have a mentality of a goat. Now look at the military. The same people you see as a terrorist and they call bandits. Look at them, they were given military uniform. And their job is to go and provoke village. By killing some of the villagers, young able-bodied men, they will kill them, provoke those areas so that people will run away from their community. They use military to do it because they know there are minerals in all over Nigeria. They posted these criminals, terrorists, wearing Nigeria uniform. Nnamdi Kanu was screaming on top of his voice. They radicalized the local thieves, the local criminals in those regions. We're supposed to be the job of community policing to tackle the crime. These people, because Nnamdi Kanu, through his voice, created awareness about the jihad in disguise of Fulani headers coming to conquer the people. They now re-strategize. Hope Uzodinma, and they have many plans to, that they are carrying out in those areas, especially in Imo State, because the resources there. So all the kidnappers you see in Biafra land, they are those criminals given gun by the government officials. Because government officials, they are not good in paying their criminals. They are not good in controlling their criminals. They will tell you it is Eastern Security Network who has one job to chase Fulani from the bush. For real, I used to think it is IPOB led by Nnamdi Kanu that is committing all those mayhem until I came closer to them in order to understand what's going on. And I did my own due diligence to find out all these things that I just told you.